It was a beautiful day in the jungle. Kids were playing, parents were working, birds were singing. Everything felt normal. Then, suddenly, people started laughing. But it wasn't happiness. Their bodies began to shake. They couldn't stand properly. And before anyone understood what was happening, they were dead. The green jungle slowly turned into a graveyard. Just a tradition passed down for generations. A tradition meant to honor the dead, but instead, it began to kill the living. This is the story of a ritual that turned deadly, a village's dark secret. This happened in a small village deep inside the jungles of Papua New Guinea. No big cities, no hospitals, no modern life, just people, nature, and traditions. The villagers loved their families, they respected their elders, and they honored their ancestors. To them, death was not the end. They believed the spirit of a person stayed with the family even after they passed away. When someone died, the whole village came together. There were songs, there were tears, there was firelight, and there was a special tradition. Family members would eat small parts of the body, especially the brain. Not because they were hungry, not because they were cruel, but because they believed the spirit of their loved one lived inside the brain. Eating it was their way of saying, "You will always stay with us." To them, this was love. This was respect. This was sacred. After some time, something strange began to happen. Healthy people started shaking. They laughed for no reason. They couldn't walk straight. Their speech became slow. Within a few months, they became very weak. And then, they died. Families were scared, but no one knew why this was happening. More people got sick. More funerals happened. But the tradition continued, because stopping it felt like disrespecting the dead. And in this village, no one wanted to do that. One day, doctors from outside the jungle arrived. They tested the water. They tested the food. They checked the people. Everything looked normal. But they noticed something important. Most of the sick people were women and children. Why? Because they were usually the ones who handled and ate the brain during the funeral rituals. Inside the brain was something dangerous. Not a virus, not bacteria. It was a tiny protein that slowly damaged the brain. This disease was called Kuru. Once someone showed symptoms, there was no cure. The brain slowly stopped working, and the person eventually died. When the villagers learned the truth, they stopped the ritual. No more eating the dead. Slowly, the number of sick people went down. But some people still got sick years later, because Kuru could stay hidden in the body for a long time. So what about the people today? The Four tribe still exists. They still live in Papua New Guinea. They still follow many of their traditions, but they no longer practice the ritual of eating the dead. Once they understood the danger, they stopped. Today, Kuru is almost completely gone. New generations are healthy. Children grow up without fear of the disease. The jungle is green again. The village is full of life again. Their story is a reminder. Even traditions made with love can become dangerous if we don't understand the science behind them. Knowledge saved their future. A tradition meant to honor the dead ended up hurting the living. If you were born in that village, would you follow the tradition, or would you choose a different path?